church needs young men. The church needs young women that are going to wake up and give their energy to the Prince of Princes, the King of Kings, that can finish his work.
Hey you guys, this is Young Christian Ministries. This is Isaiah Smith with my friend Omari Shaw.
Hey, I'm Omari, and we'll be talking about Daniel chapter 1. We're just going to be reading a summary, basically. So I hope you enjoy the video. Okay. So, have you ever read Daniel chapter 1 at all?
No, I haven't. But I do plan on reading it sometime next month, because I want to study Daniel Revelation. See, for those of you guys who want to read Revelation, it's best to read Daniel first, because the book of Daniel is a prophetic book, just like Revelation, and if you read the book of Daniel first, it could kind of help you understand Revelation. So, yeah.
So, first,
let's start with the word of prayer.
Yeah.
Dear Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this new day that you've given us. I pray that you will give us the right words to say and give the people who are watching this video understanding. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. Okay, so first off, it's called Exile on Babylon's Main Street. The story begins when Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon besieges Jerusalem. He breaks in, conquers the city, and captures the king and some of the sacred vessels dedicated to God in the temple. So, see here, like, Nebuchadnezzar, you know how he raided Jerusalem and took all the youngest people to take them to Babylon.
Or to make them slaves?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. After this madcap spree, the king orders his palace masters, Ashpenaz, to take some of the royal and well-educated Israelites and bring them back to Babylon to serve at the king's place. This is where Daniel and his friends come in. Daniel and his friends, Hananiah, Mishael, Azariah, are among the people who get exiled to Babylon. So, when the king of Babylon captured the people, Daniel and his friends, they were part of it because they were Israelites. And he was going to make them his eunuchs. And the thing about the eunuchs is, they didn't want them to have any children. So what they would do, they would okay, how should I say this? They would make it to where they couldn't have any children, because they don't want them, to get with the wife and have a child, because it could mess up the whole royal family.
The palace master makes them cash in their Hebrew names for slick new Babylonian ones. Daniel receives the totally mental name of Belteshazzar. Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah become respectively Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So the palace master basically gave them new names.
Yeah, and the thing about names is, names are very important. God gave them specific names, and the reason why King Nebuchadnezzar changed them, their names are names of gods. So that's why he changed their names, because he wanted them to forget their past in Israel, and to become Babylonian, I guess. I don't know. That didn't sound
I guess he wanted them to just become like Babylonians. He wanted them to forget all about
their kind of like that. Yeah.
This is about their diet now.
Immediately, Daniel and pals run into a problem. The king offers them daily rations of the Babylonian cuisine and wine, but the food isn't kosher. Fortunately, God has mercy on Daniel. By making the palace master merciful, after some back and forth, he gives Daniel, Shadrach, and Co. permission to do a trial run. They'll go veggie for 10 days, eating nothing but water and vegetables. If they don't look worse than everyone else after that time, they can consider the next step to take. Now, the reason why they didn't eat the king's meat was, number one, it was forbidden meat that God had told them not to eat.
Pork and all that stuff that you shouldn't eat.
And another thing was, what they would do, they dedicated the animals that they killed to gods. So that's why they didn't eat it.
Of course, they end up looking better than the people who are chowing down on the Babylonian cheeseburgers and lobster rolls. They're allowed to keep eating appropriate kosher and vegetarian meals. Rather than collapsing from weakness, Daniel and his friend load up on wisdom, knowledge, and skills, all provided by God. Daniel also receives the ability to interpret dreams and visions, which will prove handy pretty soon. When Nebuchadnezzar finally calls in the elite Israelites after the training in Babylonian ways has been completed, he discovers that no one is wiser or more knowledgeable than Daniel and his friends. They are superior to all Babylonian wise men as well. The book notes that Daniel remained in Nebuchadnezzar's court until the first year the Persian king Cyrus came to reign. So here they didn't want to eat the king's meat because like we said, it was
sacrificed to gods.
Yeah.
And it was unhealthy. And it was the forbidden foods that God told him not to eat, such as pork, certain types of birds, certain animals.
certain sea animals and stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. Certain sea animals.
And then they had a challenge for the king. If they could become more wiser and stronger than the people who ate the meat in 10 days, then they had to give everybody else water and pulse to eat. And then after that, Daniel, he lasted a while. Nebuchadnezzar made him third ruler in his kingdom until the Persian king Cyrus came to reign over the kingdom.
So, the lesson here is this. God has given us a certain health message. Like back in the Garden of Eden, the diet was fruits, nuts, and grains. And because what a lot of people would say is, well, God gave Noah and his family meat to eat. The reason why he gave them meat to eat was to just take them down a little bit, I guess you could say it like that. He kind of dumbed them down with the meat because the people, they were very smart. That's why he had to destroy the world before, because of that. So meat just by itself isn't good. Now, maybe...
Especially nowadays.
Yeah, especially nowadays. Now, back some years ago, it was still bad, but it might not be as bad as now. Like, somewhere in Hosea, I don't know what it is, but it says that because of the Israelites' sin, the fish of the sea and the beasts of the fields were cursed. So, now, the animals that God told us to eat, they're diseased now. So, God doesn't want us to eat those foods. So... that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is my first time doing something with him, so yeah. This is Young Christian Ministries. Please subscribe and like my page on Facebook, Young Christian Ministries. Yeah, Young Christian Ministries on Facebook.